Today, I am ranking every Terraria biome, and that also includes the Shimmer biome, but it's not on this list, so I'll include that at the end. Don't hate me, but I actually forgot to include the Shimmer biome at the end, so I'm just gonna rank it right here. It is a solid A tier. I think it provides really good loot, like the Contaminant or the Terraformer, the Vital, the Life Fruit thing. I don't even remember, but it provides some very good buffs, so I'm definitely gonna put it in A tier because this is the buffs it provides. All right, let's move on. Now, I'm sorry I have to ask this, but if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe because we are on a road to 10K subscribers, and I've been really trying to turn this into a career. So if you can do anything, like it, subscribing, sticking to the end of my videos, just sharing my content, I would really appreciate it. But let's move on. Now, these three biomes used to be in the game, but they don't exist. I don't exactly know what this one is. I mean, I've never ran into it. It must be like some really rare stuff, but I've never really found it. So we're not going to include that. All right, we have outer space. Let's be honest. Outer space has absolutely nothing, okay? What I'm ranking these biomes on is not only just their looks, that's going to be a little bit lower. I'm mainly ranking them on how useful they are, and I'm going to include each class. Outer space is not useful for anything. You just sort of there. So, yeah, F tier. Underground ice caves. I mean, they're not terrible, but it's not like... It's sort of like your average cave, but they are not that bad. The reason why I'm going to put it in B tier is because, number one, you can get a cool looking pre-hard mode sword for melee class in the caves, like that sword that shoots. You can also find those skates that craft you Terraspark boots. They go towards the Terraspark boots. You can find life crystals and like other chests as usual in other caves. And not only that, you can find phoenix fur or flinx fur, whatever it's called, to summon deer clops. But deer clops is not really too useful. It's sort of like your average cave, though, but it's a little more trickier. I'm going to put it at B tier. The underground desert. The underground desert is not a bad biome, but I'm going to put it at C tier. You can get some pretty useful things, but if you didn't get those things, it's not like you're not going to live without it, you know? You don't have to go to... The reason why I'm putting it in C, because one of the good weapons you can get from there, well, not weapons, but statues, is the boss statue. You get 5 extra defense. You can also get an extractinator, but I mean, those are not really great. And you can get extractinators other places. This place mainly shines for its boss statue, but the boss statue is pretty good, but it's just not that great, honestly. But every playthrough, I do go there just to get the boss statue, so I wouldn't put it in D just because I go there every time to get something. All right. Underground jungles is definitely a very important biome in the game. I think it serves a huge purpose for each and every one of the classes. It serves a big purpose for your summoner because it can get you that, what do you call it? You can get you that not blade of grass, that's melee, but you can get blade of grass for melee. You can also get the whip, which is the best pre-hard mode whip for summoner. And there's a lot of other things you can get. You can get like a yo-yo, I think. There's this throwing weapon for a thrower class or whatever, and it's a pretty good biome overall. You can also find queen bee in the jungle biome, but the queen bee hive is more of it's separate biome, but that's how you find it. You can get a bunch of good materials from here, and I think you can also get an Uzi in hard mode from those angry chomper guys, which the Uzi is a really good gun. So I'm gonna put this up in, I'm honestly gonna say S tier. This is a really good biome, but I don't disagree with me if you put it in A tier, because A tier is definitely another place where it can belong. I just personally think that it's really good. No, and queen bee is also a bonus, and queen bee is not, it's an optional boss, but you can use it to fight, you know, wall of flesh. Speaking of wall of flesh, we have hell next. Hell is another one of the best biomes in the game. You can get stuff from shadow chests if you have a shadow key. And not only that, you sort of need to be in hell, because if you don't, you can't fight wall of flesh. And if you don't fight wall of flesh, you can't be in hard mode. So this biome is really important. You can also get some stuff like the magma stone to craft the fire gauntlet, which is really good for melee. Also get an obsidian rose. There's a mage weapon you can get from the demons. Really important biome. Sorry, I'm not zoomed in there. It's supposed to be zoomed in, but... All right, the hollow biome. The hollow biome is definitely not the worst biome in the game. If you farm those pixies, that's mainly why I'm going to put it in A tier. Not only can you get pixie wings, you can also get 2 weapons. Not 2 weapons, but 2 accessories to craft the Ankh shield. You can also farm those unicorns to get a unicorn mount, which is a really good mount. And if you mine down in the hollow biome, you can find the hollow caves, which is much more important. I'm probably going to put this in a... I don't want to judge it just based on wings and things you can get the Ankh shield, because Ankh shield's not necessary, and the wings, you can get different wings, but they're still good wings. But the mount is pretty good. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. Now the hollow cave. All right, the hollow cave is very important. Reason why, you can get those crystals, right? You can get the gelatin. I don't even know what it's called. You can get that crystal that summons in Queen Slime. That is one bonus. And Queen Slime can give you some pretty good stuff, especially for Summoner. And there's that hook, the Queen Slime mount. Really good biome. You also have to farm stuff in there to get a quiver for like the skeleton archers. You have to get Souls of Light. Actually, like probably a really important biome, so you can craft mechanical bosses. There's a lot of stuff that is necessary in that biome. So I'm going to put that in S tier. Now, I think that's like jungle, but it's not like entirely jungle. It's like cave and jungle. That one's just pure jungle. This one's like, I mean, is this like the place where you find it before the shimmer? It's not really a useful biome. I'm gonna put it in E tier. I'm gonna put it in E tier. Yeah. Underground Crimson. I had a problem figuring out what this is. The Underground Crimson is actually pretty important because you have to go there to farm your Souls of Night, right? Your Souls of Night or Souls of Dark. I think it's called Souls of Night though. And because of that, that's the only specific reason you gotta farm it though. But you can also get Ichor Bullets, I think. Ichor Bullets, I think that's what it's called. And those are really good for Ranger. It's a pretty good biome. I'm probably gonna put it on the same rank as Hallowed. Actually, you know what? Since there are other places like how you can get Souls of Night, I'm probably gonna break that down to A real quick. But it is a good biome. Queen Bee biome is a really important biome in the game. Not just because it has a boss. It's like if Deerclops was the boss in there, this thing would suck. But the thing is, it's got Queen Bee, and it's actually got good drops. It has Bee Nates for Wall of Flash. It's got the Bee Sword, which can be used to craft the Zenith later. It's got the Bee's Knees, which is good for Wall of Flash. It's got a Magic Gun, which can be used for Skeletron. It's got some really good loot that you can get. It's got some good drops, and it can also give you armor for Hard Mode and Summoner. Really important biome. I am going to throw that in the A tier, but it's only good for pre-hard mode. But it's definitely a good biome. Now, all right, this is where your home is. This is literally where you build your home. I'm not gonna put it in S tier because genuinely, it's just there for getting you wood, right? But the best wood in the game. And this is where you're gonna build all your housing. It's sort of your home biome. So we're kinda gotta put it in here, but that's your home biome, right? You're not gonna build your house in the winter biome. No one's doing that. Granite caves are useless. Well, you can find 1 or 2 life crystals if you're looking for them, but that's about it. It's good for granite caves are pretty useless. I'm gonna put them in the F tier. Okay, not more useless than outer space. Okay, I don't know what this biome's called, but I've seen it many times. It's not a good biome. It's sometimes gonna have chests, which can give you some good stuff, but it's not a good biome, right? It's not really, because what if you don't find something you need in there? It's not always guaranteed. Not a best biome. It's kind of small. You just look at it and you move on. Graveyard biome. Graveyard biome sucks. It's literally just spawns in enemies. That's it. And when you break those gravestones, all you're going to get is haunted ghosts attacking you. So, F tier. All right. Now, there's actually 2 deserts here, so I'm going to rank them. Desert is not entirely good. Okay, I'm going to put it in E tier. You can farm the cactuses and get cactus armor and get a cactus sword if you want. But it's not like you're gonna use that for the entire gameplay. I wish they did add more to it, but it's just genuinely not a good biome. It's not a good biome at all. All right. Ooh, this is a good biome. This is a really good biome right here. Well, not a good biome, but number 1, you can find some life crystals in it, which is going to be pretty good. Number 2, the reason why I'm going to put it in B, if you're looking for the shimmer, this is a big indicator that you're near it, because the shimmer can be pretty painful to find. So if you run into a biome like that, it's like an indicator like you're near the shimmer biome, and that lets you know, okay, I'm on the right track. And it's a pretty useful biome, especially if you're running on life crystals and you sort of need one. It's not a bad biome. It's mainly just used for the indicators, the shimmer. So I'm going to put it there. Golem is obviously a boss you need to fight, but I'm not gonna put it in S tier just because it has a boss you need to fight. On how useful it is, I'm probably gonna put it in the B tier, right? The enemies don't really give you anything good, but the chests, actually I'm gonna put it in A tier because the chests can give you solar fragments and these things that summon the solar eclipse. And there's like 2 classes that you need solar eclipse for like for example the broken hero sword. I think you can get a summon as well. There's a death cycle or something, a scythe. which is a really good weapon. And then for golems drops are all right, but it's not the best. But there's a couple that are really good. But I'm gonna put that in A tier. Meteor is only good for hard mode because it's good for mage class specifically. But since that's it, we're gonna put that in C tier. As a melee player, I don't really go for this. It'd probably be F tier, but we're gonna put it in. But we gotta think, if you were a mage, right? If I'm a mage, I can't just like do this because mage will probably think it's a B tier. So in general, it's technically a B tier because the armor you get from it is good for mage. But let's move on. Now these cobwebs, I'm actually gonna put them in B tier. Actually, no, I want to put them in A tier. The reason for this is because it has these spiders that spawn in hard mode, right? Number one, you need the cobwebs for, I think, ranger's armor in hard mode. You got to farm those cobwebs, and if you find those, it's good. It can be annoying when you're making an elevator and you run into them, but it's okay. And number two, summoner in hard mode, new spiders spawn, and you have to find those you have to find a what do you call it? Oh yeah, oh goodness, spider caves. You got to find that spider caves, and then so you can find them to spawn again. And you also have to make this little summoner thing or something. I don't even know, like a box, so you can farm those spiders, and you can get yourself spider armor, a spider sentry, and a spider summon, which are pretty good. So that's why it's pretty important biome. I'm gonna put it in there. I think this is literally the same as this. I don't know why they got duplicates, but there you go. Winter biome. Number one, you can find these caves, right? But in general, it's sort of the same as this. But the thing is, you're not really going to be making your house here. But there are NPCs, I think, that like the winter biome. And also, if a blizzard summons in, you think you have to get something for summoner to farm. You got to get something for summoner. And that's like this emblem you get from ice golems, right? And that's good for the wings and like the horn, I don't even know what is it again? The whip. And I think a summoner or something, I don't know. But you need some of those, and it's good for summoner. And you can fight deer clops in summon naturally. So, I mean, you can get that bone helmet, which is really good. Or, if you're not in extra mode, the Chester pet. So, I will put it in A tier for those reasons. Once again, this is literally the same thing. I don't get it. I don't care. I'll put the duplicates in here. These biomes. Okay. They're actually pretty good for experience. Like, I'm gonna say like B tier because if you're in a pre-hard mode, right? If you're in hard mode, you're gonna be grinding that queen slime for that hook, the teleportation hook. But if you're in hard mode and you find one of these, it's basically just a free hook, right? It's a pretty good biome, and it just gives you any hook. And depending on what it is, if you get emerald or diamond, you're pretty lucky because then you can get a diamond hook. If you get rubies, you can maybe make a hook and also get queen slimes. So that's pretty good. It's a pretty good biome. Now, I don't know. I think these are just meteors. I don't know what that is. But let's keep going. This biome, I always find good loot in it. So I'm pretty always lucky in it. So I'm going to put it in B tier. It's like another cave, but like lower, I think. And there's lava. So if you have to farm obsidian, which you should have to do for every class gets a molten pickaxe, you're going to need that. So I'm going to put that in B. And also, I just get more lucky with life crystals in it, though. All right, I don't know what it's counting here. I think it's counting like the lower or the higher like winter biome caves. Sort of just a little bit worse because you can't really find too much in there, I don't think. And these things are so annoying where you just fall through them. So I'm gonna put that in C tier. Again, what is this duplicate? Like, I don't get that. And oh, that's an enchanted sword shrine. I see that. Enchanted sword shrine, S tier. You wanna know why? Not only is it a good sword for pre-hard mode, you gotta use it to craft the best weapon in the game. So that's why it's very important. Except if you get a Terra grip, which then I feel sorry for you. Sky islands are pretty useful. I mean, I think you can get a balloon for like hard mode, and which can, well, it's like the best accessories for pre-hard mode, but you can use it to craft something for best pre-hard mode. And not only that, you can get wyverns up there, which you sort of need those for wings, souls of flight. Not only that, you can find a Star Fury, which is really good for melee because it's once again used to craft the best weapon in the game. So, pretty important biome, S tier. These chests are always cool. I think you can get like feral claws, you can get a fishing pole, you can get something to craft lightning boots, which goes towards Terra Spark boost. It's pretty good chests, A tier. This is the stump. Stumps are... It depends on how lucky you are. I'm not personally to the luckiest with stumps. I'm not really I don't find the stumps really good, so I'm gonna put it in C tier. But these stumps in the jungle, I don't know. I think I'm gonna rank them the same, just because I don't really get anything too good from those chests, right? But the pyramid, my only experience with the pyramid, I've never really gotten anything good. There's 2 times, but I never really need it, so I'm just gonna put it in there. Now, this is sort of with Thought Hell, but if we're just talking about this, I mean, it's not its own biome. It's like more of a structure, but the structure would just go in like C tier because the weapons, right? Well, the B tier because the weapons, right? But since it's sort of just part of Hell, I'm gonna put it in there. The jungle chests? No, wait, what jungle chests? Winter chests. Winter chests can be good because obviously you gotta get your you gotta get those weapons for like there's a bunch of stuff you can get for like Terra Spark boots, accessories. That's sort of about it though. All right, so we got either. Okay, so we're gonna actually rank both of these at the same time. S tier, because the boss is from those biomes. You can use that to fight them, get better gear, get way better armor, and a better pickaxe. You really need that to sort of progress the game, right? This is like the upper jungle if you're not including the caves. Upper jungle is sort of just, you can find the caves though, so in the upper jungle easily. So, but the thing is, if we're actually just talking about upper jungle, you just get invaded by mobs. You get invaded by mobs and get invaded by mobs. It's sort of boring, but I mean, it's not very important, but it's whatever. Because what if you need wood? Dungeon is really important. The thing is, there's not a weapons for every class, but some of the weapons are pretty good. Some of the weapons can be terrible, but each weapon is really good. Mage class, especially the water bolts, and for melee class, the Murder Mesa. Everything here is just good, right? For rangers, like a handgun, I think you can get, and then you can turn that into a molten phoenix, I think that's called, or like a phoenix blaster. And then there's also nothing for summoner, I don't think. So you also need to farm it for ranger to get bones, right? This F tier. Reason why? Oh no, I'm kidding. I'm gonna put it in like D tier. It's only good for summoner, because you can farm. Well, actually no, B tier, because you could use it. It's like your main fishing area. You got to use it to farm out through fish on if your summoner is Red Nautilus. But there's also NPC here, that the angler. We hate him, but that's besides the point. Glowing mushroom caves are always really nice if in pre-yard mode. They're only good in pre-yard mode though. The reason why I'm going to put in B tier, you can get the, actually no, A tier. It's really good for ranger. You can farm up the mushrooms, right? You can farm up the mushrooms to get you not only healing potions, you can turn your lesser healing potions into healing potions. Not only that, you can get the truffle NPC to move in. That's why you need to farm the glowing mushrooms, get glowfight bars, and turn them into shumai bars. So those biomes are actually really important, and you're going to need to build one of your own if you're playing as a ranger. And not only that, there's like more chests and life crystals there. So, all right, these are okay. That's just a duplicate of caves. Oh, this is the actual caves in general and cave chests. Cave chests usually contain the best accessories in the game, like Hermes boots, magic mirror. Just genuinely everything is good. Band of Regeneration, you can combine that with Philosopher's Stone. And then caves are genuinely, literally one of the best biomes, right? Because you gotta mine your ores. But that is my finished tier list. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, because I'm on a road to 10k subscribers. Once again, I'm just really trying to turn this into a full-time career, you know? So I really appreciate you if you stuck to the end. If you want to see more, tier list biomes, not tier list biomes. If you want to see more tier list videos, you can click the video right here. It's me ranking every Terraria boss based on their difficulty. So that's it. That's if you want to do that though. But I'll see you guys in the next video.